your room today and watched you do a reading lesson where you used lots of questioning techniques. I thought you did a really great job.
Oh, thank you.
And Leanne and I were talking, and you asked a lot of questions about predicting, and you asked them, why do they think this, and what told you this, and you made them prove their answer and find the proof in their story. And for me as a first grade teacher, it's great to see a fourth grade teacher, doing that and extending it even further in the lesson. But I felt like that your questioning techniques fell between developing and accomplished, and it kind of teetered back and forth between both. But just kind of give me a little feedback about maybe what, some things that maybe you've already thought about after your lesson.
Well, even after the lesson, even before the lesson, there are things that I go ahead and think about. As far as our questioning goes, I had already pulled some discussion questions for them that they would use with their passages that they've read. And so I pulled a copy of that so that you could see where they will not only have to find problem and solution and talk about author's purpose, but they have to analyze and evaluate. And these are questions that they will work on with each other so that way they can bump up their knowledge of what they need to do when they're reading and make sure that they're reading closely. Also, something that I had already pulled to do with students was some literature circles that we would use, and they have to be the discussion leader. They all have roles in the literature circle, and so this is something that they will do as they are reading. They'll go into their small groups, and I will just sit back and watch their group, and they will really be the facilitators. And so those are just some of the things that I'd already thought of. And this group was just not ready for that yet. As a whole, for the fourth grade, with the new testing and the new core content, it has bumped up so much that they're not ready for that problem solving and to have that discussion. So the first 9 weeks is where I've really been leading them to start thinking about questions and probing further into it, and that's something that we'll continue to do the rest of the year.
And that is what is going to bump up your questioning technique to exemplary when they start doing those kind of things. But they amaze me with, like I said, all the things that they know and they can do, and what you all get out of them is tremendous.
Well, with using the text now, that's just, we're pushing them and pushing them, but that kind of starts with you guys. Is when you, as long as you guys are making sure that they know how to read, by the time they get to us, we can push them to that next level. So we appreciate that when they get to us, that they are reading on level and they're ready for that next step.